Hello, welcome to my world of bulbs. People often ask me, why do bulbs enchant me, enrapture me so very much? Well, I have a simple philosophy on bulbs. I always claim that bulbs are not foolproof, they're idiot-proof, because when you buy bulbs, or a bag of bulbs, you're not buying bulbs, you're actually buying the promise of spring and summer. You're buying bunches of flowers. Each bulb contains embryo flower, all ready to burst into life. All it needs is planting, moisture and light, a little feed, a little TLC, tender loving care, and it will repay you 1,000-fold. So join me on this galaxy of colour. Let us look at spring in all its beauties. From the early flowers, we start, as you all know, first promise of spring, the hint of spring, snowdrops, winter aconites, dwarf iris, iris reticulata, iris chinnidoxia, little 3-inch bulbs, a delight, flowering in February. And we go right through the whole season, all shapes and sizes, up to the tall, stately summer bulbs, the gladioli. And of course we've got the wonderful tall tulips, not forgetting the dwarf tulips, the species. There's so much to offer. Bulbs and spring are synonymous. Join me on this tour.
Well, we've looked at some of my favourite bulbs, but let's explain just what a bulb is and what happens. Basically, bulbs are special underground storage organs of perennial plants. When the conditions are right, new plants will grow from these reserves. Bulbs consist of several fleshy layers around the growing shoot. These outer layers will provide the sustenance for the developing plant. The outer layer also forms dry protective coating that will help stop the emerging shoot from drying out and damage. The life cycle of the bulb is typically as follows. In the autumn, the bulb is dormant. This is when we plant it. And whatever other people may tell you, as soon as bulbs are available, plant them. There is an old adage, a bulb out of the ground is like a fish out of water. It just ain't happy. So plant them as soon as you can. A planting depth is approximately 3 times the diameter of the bulb. About 1 month after planting, a hard tip is produced on the shoot, and this is used to force its way through the soil. Roots now begin to form from the base ring. These are now take over the nourishing, the forming plant. As the soil starts to warm up, the second stage of growth is triggered. The shoots develop into leaves and flowers which have been sustained by the stored nutrients in the bulb. The bulb actually shrinks rapidly during this period. However, a set of new bulbils start to form in the axils of the innermost segments, and it is from these that the flowers of next year will develop. The leaves continue to take in and build up the reserved nutrients for quite a long period after flowering. Do not tie up the leaves or cut them back. The longer you can keep the leaves growing after flowering, the bigger and better will be the formation of your bulb for next season. We can all learn from the commercial bulb growers, and one action that they always develop is to feed after flowering. Bulbs are dead-headed, but keep all the foliage growing. The longer that can be kept rigid, turgid and growing, the bigger and better will be your next year's bulb. Light to medium heavy soil is preferred for bulbs. To see what type of soil you have, take a handful and crumble it between your fingers. A light sandy soil will trickle through your fingers. A medium heavy soil is crumbly, and a heavy soil is full of clay and can be rolled into a sticky ball. Well, choosing your bulbs, is so vitally important. Know what you're buying. Generally, the larger the bulb, the larger the flower. And of course, the price is the same. Our eyes and fingers tell us so much when buying bulbs. Buy the largest, choose bulbs that are firm. The ideal place to check a bulb for firmness is not the top, but the base. The thumb pressed in the base will soon discern if there is any of disease, or the dreaded base rot, which is one of the main problems that beset daffodils. All plants, bulbs or otherwise, require a balanced, well-regulated supply of essential nutrients for healthy growth. The 3 major nutrients in plant life are nitrogen, which is given the symbol N, phosphorus, letter P, and potassium or potash symbol is K. Also lime and the various trace elements, including manganese, iron, copper, zinc, magnesium, etc., all important in their own fields. A word on bulb fertiliser, I feel, is necessary. The three major nutrients, as mentioned, are nitrogen, phosphorus and potash. The emphasis on bulb fertilisers should be on the phosphorus and the potash, not nitrogen. Nitrogen is for growth, and too much nitrogen will make large leaves and soft bulbs which are prone to base rot. Phosphorus is the root-forming medium. Potash is the ripening or colour-inducing agent, and those are the two that should be in the largest percentage or proportions. We have already mentioned the question of deadheading. It is essential, nay vital, to deadhead to build up the bulb for next year. Deadhead, and don't forget to remove the hard seed pod behind the decaying flower.